Senator Jennifer Vega, Senate District 31, resigned her seat with the Colorado Senate effective May 15, 2009. The Secretary of the Senate has received Senator Vega's resignation letter, as well as certification from the Secretary of State that Pat Steadman was appointed to fill the vacancy created by the resignation, and that Mr. Steadman has been determined to possess the constitutional and statutory qualifications to serve as state senator. The Honorable Mary Malarkey, Chief Justice of the Colorado Supreme Court, will be administering the oath of office to Mr. Johnston and Mr. Steadman. Senator Steadman.
And thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's truly an honor to be sworn into office as a member of this body. And this is a day I'll never forget. And I'm so glad that so many of my family made a long journey to be here, that so many of my friends are here, my colleagues, my former co-workers, my partner Dave, my mom, everybody. Thank you so much. It really is a high honor. And I hope I can live up to your expectations. I was told we'd have an opportunity to make some brief remarks, and I've been practicing at being a politician. And so I to just say a couple things. This is really the beginning of a new chapter in my life. I've really had to make a clean break from the previous chapter in my life, in which I worked on, as the president said, on the other side of the glass. And for those of you that don't spend as much time in this building as some of the rest of us, these windows at the back of the chamber really are a dividing line between what happens on the inside here amongst the senators and what happens out there in the hallway, where senators will interact with the lobbyists and with constituents and members of the public. And I've only been on this side of the glass once before, and it's kind of exciting. I'm going to miss being on the other side of the glass. I'm going to miss the folks I worked with. But as of a week ago, I was unemployed, resigned from my job, sold all of my shares in the lobbying firm to my business partner, and I've really made a clean break, and I'm ready for a transition to a new chapter in my life. As I said a lot on the campaign trail, I've been an activist and a person who's cared deeply about our state constitution and our civil rights and our civil liberties for many years. And I really trace that back to a point in time in 1992 when there was a constitutional amendment proposed to the voters of this state, which unfortunately was approved that November, on November the 3rd, 92. It was known as Amendment 2, and at the time it said that under our state constitution that gay men and lesbians would not enjoy any constitutional protections from discrimination, that no government in this state could protect their rights, no courthouse in this state was open to hear their claims. It was repugnant to the U.S. Constitution's guarantee of equal protection of the law. I knew it at the time. We fought it all the way to the United States Supreme Court, and the United States Supreme Court agreed that it was repugnant to the federal Constitution. And that decision was handed down 13 years ago, last May 20th, the night of the vacancy election that selected me to this seat. And it was a very poignant thing for me personally to think that 13 years after the United States Supreme Court vindicated my rights to equal protection of the law, that I would have the honor of serving in the state Senate. You're welcome here, and this building belongs to all of us. It belongs to all of you, and I hope you'll come back again and again, because we all belong here. We're all protected equally by the law. I wanted to quote just really briefly from the Romer versus Evans decision, because again, it's my touchstone. It's the thing I go to when I remember why I do the work I do and why I want to serve in this body and serve the people of this state. And it's the words of Justice Anthony Kennedy when he explained why Amendment 2 was unconstitutional and that this was something Colorado could not do, he wrote. He said that no state may deem a class of persons a stranger to its laws. And that's what that amendment attempted to do. That was wrong with it, because no person in this state should be a stranger to our laws. And I pledge to you today that in the time that I am fortunate enough to serve in this body, it's one of the things I'm always going to remember and always going to work on, is to make sure that all of you are welcome and that no person is a stranger to our laws. Thank you.